You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play.
The options market can be a confusing place. Sorting through the daily avalanche of data, alerts, updates, articles, and analysis to find the most important information is an overwhelming prospect. But now you have help. Welcome to the Options News Rundown, the only program that breaks through the noise to bring you the most important news and information from the world of options. Every day, we bring you the top 5 option stories curated by the options experts at theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by LevelTradingField.com, the online communication, research, and quantitative platform with the largest collection of financial tools for traders, including the innovative Bitcoin Market Predictor. The Bitcoin Market Predictor is a simple prediction game where 10 people place bets on the future price of Bitcoin, and the top 3 most accurate predictions wins. Sign up at LevelTradingField.com with promo code INSIDER. The Options News Rundown is also brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in options trading education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's Live Advantage Group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider. And now it's time to break through the noise. It's time for your Options News Rundown.
Good morning. Today is Friday, January 4th, 2019. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Our first story today is from investing.com. It's the top 5 things to know in the market on Friday. First thing to know is Powell is in focus for clarification of Fed policy stance. Federal Reserve Chairman Jeremy Powell could provide further clarification on the monetary policy outlook in a scheduled appearance on Friday. Powell will participate in a panel discussion with former Fed chiefs Janet Yellen and Ben Bernanke at the American Economic Association and Allied Social Science Association 2019 annual meeting. That's scheduled for 10:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Sounds like that's underway. The current Fed chair has continued to advertise the central bank's uncertainty, using the word 4 times at his December 19th news conference following the Fed's rate hike at its last policy meeting of the year. Analysts do not anticipate that Powell will provide a brisk shift in the outlook, but markets are hoping for signs of flexibility with the current forecast to raise rates twice this year. Second thing to know today is employment report is expected to show continued strength. The December report was due out at 7:30 a.m. Eastern and was expected to give yet another indication of the strength of the U.S. labor market. Jobless rate was forecast to hold steady at 3.7%, with the creation of non-farm payrolls expected to increase to 178,000. We'll get a look at those numbers a little later. Third thing to know today is stocks bounce on hopes for U.S.-China trade talks. Global stocks got a boost on Friday, as China's commerce industry confirmed that Beijing and Washington would hold vice ministerial level trade negotiations on January 7th and 8th. Although shares in Asia had been hammered by the sharp decline on Wall Street a day earlier, the news brought a sigh of relief to markets on hopes that progress could be made on the dispute between the world's 2 largest economies. China's Shanghai Composite closed 2% higher, while European stocks also got a good boost from the confirmation. Fourth thing to know today is Trump is set to meet with Congress to negotiate border security and to end the shutdown. As a partial U.S. government shutdown hit the 2-week mark on Friday, U.S. President Donald Trump was set to meet with congressional leaders to work on an end to the impasse. The meeting was scheduled for 11:30 a.m. Eastern at the White House. Trump has made clear that he will not sign any measures to put an end to the shutdown if funding is not provided to build the southern wall border with Mexico, a position House Speaker Nancy Pelosi staunchly opposes. And the fifth thing to note today is oil prices rise ahead of U.S. inventories. Oil prices headed higher on Friday as investors looked ahead to weekly data on U.S. crude inventories. The gain in oil prices came after China's Commerce Ministry confirmed in a statement that the U.S. and China would begin another round of trade talks early next week. U.S. crude oil futures rose 93 cents or 1.97% to $48.02 a barrel in the morning, while Brent oil traded up $1.24 or 2.22% to $59.19 a barrel. The Energy Information Administration will release weekly inventory data at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern, apparently, amid expectations for a draw of 3.1 million barrels. Our second story today is from investing.com. Two-year yield dips below key Fed rate for the first time since 2008. The U.S. two-year Treasury note yield dropped below 2.4% on Thursday afternoon, reaching parity with the federal funds effective rate for the first time since 2008. The Fed funds effective rate, which was 2.4% on Thursday, moves within the Federal Reserve's key policy range of 2.25% to 2.5%. The market move suggests investors believe the U.S. central bank will not be able to continue to tighten monetary policy as its forecast suggests, after having lifted benchmark interest rates 4 times in 2018. That's a big deal, said Ian Lingen, head of U.S. rates strategy at BMO Capital Markets. The market is effectively saying that at some point in the next 24 months, the Fed is going to have to not only stop hiking, but effectively start easing. Our second story today is from CNBC.com, and it is the numbers I promised you. Job growth surges by 312,000 in December. Job creation ended 2018 on a powerful note, with non-farm payroll surging 312,000 in December, though the unemployment rate rose to 3.9%. The jobless rate, which was last higher in June, rose for the right reason, as 419,000 new workers entered the workforce, and the labor force participation rate increased to 63.1%. The participation level was up 0.2 percentage points from November and 0.4 percentage points compared with a year earlier. A broader measure of unemployment that includes discouraged workers and those holding part-time jobs for economic reasons held steady at 7.6%. In addition to the big job gains, wages jumped 3.2% from a year ago and 0.4% over the previous month. The year-over-year increase is tied with October for the best since April of 2009. The average work week rose 0.1 hour to 34.5 hours. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is news you can use for today, Friday, January 4th, 2019. Your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Trade smart and have a nice weekend.
The Options News Rundown is brought to you by LevelTradingField.com, the online communication, research, and quantitative platform with the largest collection of financial tools for traders, including the innovative Bitcoin Market Predictor. The Bitcoin Market Predictor is a simple prediction game where 10 people place bets on the future price of Bitcoin, and the top 3 most accurate predictions wins. Sign up at LevelTradingField.com with promo code INSIDER. The Options News Rundown is also brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in options trading education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's Live Advantage Group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.
The preceding program was a production of the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions at theoptionsinsider.com.